Before we begin, a quick look at the headlines. Meghalaya Cabinet approves an ordinance granting Khasi and Garo official language status alongside English. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma lauded central government for introducing Women Reservation Bill in Parliament. Meghalaya heritage sites proposed under National Tourism Scheme Swadesh Darshan and Prasad. Harivansh elected unopposed as Rajya Sabha Deputy Chairman. And Meghalaya clinches overall title at Khelo India Penchak Silat League 2025-2026. The news in detail. First, the local news. The Meghalaya Cabinet has approved an ordinance granting Khasi and Garo official language status alongside English, a landmark move aimed at reshaping governance and strengthening the push for inclusion of indigenous languages in the 8th schedule of the Constitution. In another major decision, the Cabinet cleared the establishment of the Greater Shillong Waste Management Agency as a registered society to streamline waste management amid rapid urban expansion. The Cabinet also approved amendments to the Meghalaya Real Estate Regulation and Development General Rules 2020 to align remuneration norms of the chairman and members with other government agencies, ensuring uniformity across institutions.
Under the new Meghalaya Official Languages Ordinance 2026, the main point is that from now on, apart from English, Khasi and Garo language will also become official language of the state. With this very important and landmark decision, this will facilitate the process of allowing Khasi and Garo language to be used in most of the government communications. Once amended, will also enable our legislatures to speak in Khasi and Garo and debate in Khasi and Garo language apart from English, even during the assembly sessions. There was a strong need for a creation of a Greater Shillong Waste Management Agency. This has been done, of course, after consultation with close to about 100 localities in the Greater Shillong area. As and when the localities desire that this agency provide the services to them, only then will the particular locality be serviced through this particular agency.
Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma yesterday lauded the central government for introducing the Women Reservation Bill in Parliament, calling it a landmark step towards empowering women in politics. Speaking to the media, Sangma described the bill as a long-pending demand and expressed gratitude to the Prime Minister for bringing it forward. He noted that the initiative would open greater opportunities for women to serve as public representatives and strengthen their role in political leadership.
The Government of India, especially the Honorable Prime Minister, this has been a long-pending demand, a long pending issue, and this is something that should have been done a long time back. But we must give credit to Honorable Prime Minister for this bold step and the bold decision that he has taken. There will always be critics, there will always be people who will argue in different ways. But if you look at the larger section of society and the larger impact that it will have on democratic representation, which, as we have seen, whether it's Meghalaya state or even in the parliament, that the representation of women is not as at the level that it should be. This will be a very, very important democratic reform, and will allow representation of women at the top level to be able to take decisions which will help overall the society and women, especially at large. And it's, as I said, it's a very positive decision. We as a government and as a political party, the National People's Party, we completely support this decision. We are very, very happy with this decision.
Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma yesterday evening met representatives of the Khasi Authors Society, KAS, at the Secretariat and informed them that the State Cabinet has approved the recognition of Khasi and Garo as official languages of Meghalaya. KAS President Dr. D.R.L. Nonglat, accompanied by members, expressed gratitude to the government, calling the move a historic milestone for the society. He stated that the organization will intensify efforts to push for the inclusion of Khasi in the 8th schedule of the Constitution.
But till now, our demand has not been materialized. So while pursuing the follow-up action with the center, we thought in the meantime it is important that Khasi be made as a full-fledged official language. In fact, it was through our initiative only that the government of Meghalaya in 2005 brought up a bill in the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly making Khasi and Garo as associate official languages. But that status is not enough. The Khasi language is still something like secondary to the English language, which is the state official language. So we thought that it is important to make Khasi a full-fledged official language.
Efforts are underway to integrate Meghalaya's indigenous faith centers, festivals and historic landmarks into the center's flagship tourism programs Swadesh Darshan and Prasad. BJP leader and Pinthor Umkhra MLA A.L. Hek have initiated discussions with party leadership in New Delhi to secure support. Sites identified include Saint Khasi Kame, the Bedeng Klam Festival in Jaintia Hills, and institutions linked to the Nyamtre faith. Proposals also cover cultural tourism around the Shatnongkrem festival under Kareem's aimship, historic Christian landmarks such as the Presbyterian Church at Nong Saulia in Sora and the Mao Jimbun Cave in Mausanram, subject to local Darbar Shnong approval.
We said that we want to develop the Sangasi Sangkami, one of the religious sites which is very, very need of the hour to develop that site, and also the Bedeng Klam at Jaintia Hills. This for the benefits of the Nyam tree for Jaintia Hills, for benefits of the Jaintia people of the Jaintia district. And also I have also proposed this to my central leader regarding the first Christian church in Meghalaya, maybe in the northeast, is the Presbyterian Church at Nong Saulia, Sora. So we want also to do the beautifications and development of that kind of, from that Swadesh Darshan scheme or the Prasad scheme. And also the Catholic Church, they have so many places. So whatever it is the best for the, the church, which one we want to develop for the pilgrimage, and also for the religious site. It will not only for religious site, it will be attract the tourists coming from all over the country and also from the outside the country. And also, I have already discussed with the headman of Mausanram area. He's a assistant headman.
The district-level Science, Mathematics and Environment Exhibition for Children 2025-26 was organized at the SMELC building, the Kopgre, Tura, under the theme STEM for Viksit and Atmanirbhar Bharat. S.K. Saha, retired DSEO West Garo Hills, attended as chief guest. He urged students to remain curious, innovative and committed to sustainable development. 10 schools participated. The first prize was awarded to Chedora and Marak of Bidanchi High Secondary School for a hydroelectric pinter generation system. Second prize went to Balkam Chuango and Sangma of Rootland Secondary School for a solar lower irrigation system with rainwater harvesting, while Garrett Ashton A. Sangma of Tura Public School secured third place with a project on solar and wind energy.
I'm happy to be here with you. I have seen in the letter this year's main theme, STEM means Science, Technology, Environment, Mathematics, or Dikshit and Atmanirbhar Bharat. My dear students, do you know the meaning of Dikshit and Atmanirbhar? Dikshit means developed, blossom, the flower blossom, fully blossom, developed. And Atmanirbhar means self-dependent, means self-sufficient.
The Jal Gaurav Samman 2026 was organized in West Khasi Hills under the Jal Jeevan Mission to honor villagers and individuals for their outstanding contributions to water conservation. Nong Sopian and Te Sao villages were specially recognized for winning the Jal Mahotsav Award 2026 from the President of India. 6 other villages, Maulangkhar, Dom Ko Sam, Nong Spung, Sao, Telang and Selay Yao Kleng received district-level awards for effective water management. Individual honors were also conferred, with Puldaris Walang's family applauded for their conservation efforts and Master Roll worker Rocky Star's aim recognized for ensuring reliable water supply.
Idon sipun ki benta ki bagi hapan pendap lembaga negara jajak tu ki performa ki format ngai lengai ba ki bagi hapan teng kena kalian jong ki TPMU kalian jong ki engineer STU ki GE ki sanang ya patai di DLP tangkawi ke bang kuat kan persno ni kepuar kalong ba kaum kalong ke bakodor hadu kata-kata bala dangi elak kamkai ya ka menta ngimtip kai ke bancia hakane ke peteng ke berman ngedur hadin sanpo sunam hadin sanpo sunam piye bedur bukan ka pudi kena biang nanba tarai nam tuai.
The Joint Action Committee JAC of the East Janja Hills Truck Owners Transport Association and the Janja Hills Truck Owners Association has allowed 10 bulker trucks to proceed despite its ongoing indefinite strike against their operations in the district. The decision followed a request from the district administration to release trucks carrying cement cargo that had not received timely notice of the strike. The association president and JAC secretary Kirshan Dakhar confirmed the one-time allowance, stressing that the strike continues and warning that returning trucks will face consequences.
Kachim yagarai wa opdiang ni yagani kajingkerpat yang di bor district neibha snow to wa nagapor ladu osdang yagani ga strike ladu khaso tarik niubna April arja arpanru man go skit yo skit wa kajingker lang wa ke bor district wa man go ko chach karu kamte chim wa gani to kajingkerpat yang ki ini yang ila em kajing snow neibha heman ru bon kajing bakla yang karu kamte snow kia yagani chim i ga rai de kajing manjor lang waro kit kot arsing yang ni ke JAC kita to get yang Janja Hill Truck Owner Association wa get yang East Janja Hills Truck Owner and Transporter Association. Dekat komte hadin udah chim ya gerai da yo aga karin nambar na gini gi boring district ka wachi pautlin ne ta ini giliang yang JAC hajing to wa gani kari da bo i gijing yaki go tanga ba ong la da wan biang pi langba ga ja kajing penskem hapo ga JAC la ki wan biang gi ini giliang yang ga JAC MD gijing bi kitle yaki.
The Sinjuk Kirangba Shnong Ribhoi district held a special executive committee meeting at Saiden to discuss pressing concerns and place demands before the government. Chaired by President BB Makdo and General Secretary PB Silyang, the meeting opposed government tenders for MGNREGS material supply, insisting procurement remain under village employment councils. The committee also raised objections to the police check gate at Quinine, citing hardships for farmers and expressed concern over poor implementation of the Jal Jeevan mission. Members criticized the Election Commission's move to accept government-issued certificates without village authority verification.
Ba ka sarkar kadi ban pendek bet kumba juyat bersekata ka ba ki vendor kindehi gitu ki ba ka VEC kala dapat menjur ka ba ka VEC kala dapat approve bat nginom pediang dan liru ba ya ka material jong ka MGNRGS on su kot tendarno kumba tumu da ka sarkar halo kini nak kalian juga sunjuk nilai yakut ban pak da ka jingtho sha u minister of the concern jong ka sinar di blok nak benta ban penpau ke jing persya hukum juru sha u deputy commissioner bat sha u PD jongka Ribhoi district kamat ka baar ka bingilio ban ya keren hakani ka segi kalong ba nakaleng jongka sunjuk haka jingat lenti ke jongka nila sudon kam ban khot ya ka general council jongka sunjuk kirang ba snong ha Ribhoi district haka baya kani ngilesim ya karai bangin khot haka pratrik jong ubnai me arajar arpunriu hang ni ha po nongpo library hall haka por sipo bujem step.
The District Ayush Society West Janja Hills marked World Homeopathy Day at the District Library Auditorium, Minthong, under the theme Homeopathy for Sustainable Health. Additional Deputy Commissioner B. Bla graced the occasion as chief guest, appreciating healthcare professionals for promoting affordable homeopathy services and highlighting the importance of diverse medical systems under Ayush. Guest of honor Dr. H.J. Uria stressed quality care and patient safety, while Dr. Bonnie T. Hing underscored homeopathy's holistic approach and cost-effective treatments. An essay competition was organized as part of the program with prizes distributed to winners.
Many of the times that we come here, I was very impressed with some of the students here who are sitting here. When the nodal officer of Ayush was giving her speech, and she was giving the full form of Ayush, I was very impressed that many of your students have taken out their notes to write down what it means. This is what is the purpose of us sitting here today. Not to come here, not just have tea, meet friends. So I commend the students from these schools because this is a way of learning, of understanding many things. It is not only what we learn in our books and in our lectures in school, but it is also for us to open our minds when we come for such program to learn new things.
Law enforcement authorities in East Khasi Hills have stepped up surveillance and night operations across Shillong, following a rise in motorcycle thefts allegedly linked to cross-border smuggling into Bangladesh. Superintendent of Police Vivek Ames said foot and mobile patrolling has been intensified, with night nakas set up at key junctions to check vehicles and prevent subversive activities. He noted that recent investigations revealed a pattern of stolen motorcycles being smuggled across the border, prompting stricter monitoring to curb organized theft networks.
See, when it comes to law and order, first thing is we intensify our foot patrolling, mobile patrolling. We have our nakas at night. If you move around the city at night, you'll find our nakas different junctions. They do checking to prevent any subversive activity, to prevent any theft. Now with the rampant bike thefts, where actually a lot of bikes are being smuggled or are stolen and smuggled to Bangladesh, so nakas are there. So, and also we have one one responsible officer who actually is there for the night. He's called the night hunter, and he moves around, moves around to all the thanas and supervises all the functioning of all the law and order formations and arrangements.
Three occupants of a Maruti Espresso escaped unhurt after their vehicle collided with a truck on National Highway 6 near Nongpo on Wednesday evening. The car, driven by Sapan Deb and carrying his daughter Shantika Deb and passenger Ganesh Bhattacharjee, all residents of Rinja, Shillong, were en route to Guwahati when it crashed into a truck travelling ahead. While the Espresso sustained damage to its front right portion, no injuries were reported. Police arrived promptly at the scene and have initiated an investigation into the incident. The New Hope CLF Multipurpose Cooperative Society inaugurated a breastfeeding hut at Mission Mairang to provide a safe and comfortable space for nursing mothers. The facility was formally opened by JRDO Jeremiah C. Lingwa in the presence of village leaders, CLF members and guests. Lingwa lauded the initiative as a vital support for the 1000 Days Nutrition Program, while Chairperson M. Kharjana explained that the hut was created to help mothers visiting clinics, schools and markets who often struggle to find proper spaces to breastfeed.
SSG ki basni ki alang perkhat kham shakhman ki ba lese mo gonsen ki perkhat tay ka livelihood activities hendrai ngapet por mengarung ka office ka jompi ngapit ki priorities ki jompi ngi bakadan ka health sanitation bat ka nutrition dai ka de ka priority jom ka de ka si andang te kumta lingba gitu ki priorities la ban penwan nya kani bat lingba kani ru kalong ka way ba lese kala ban address ya kata ka bagi ang ka stunting dai nomor kata ka stunting hapo ka jela bro ka way kadan ka study ba hapo West Khasi Hills katuga por dai ka Mairang kadang hap ka West Khasi Hills hagitu ki por kapag baka may ka West Khasi Hills bro ka way kadi ka ba hetab kata ka stunting rin kata.
The District Legal Services Authority DLSA West Khasi Hills organized a Nalsa Dawn awareness program at Yau Mairang to highlight the dangers of substance abuse. Speakers from the DLSA District Social Welfare Office and Mairang Police Station addressed the gathering, stressing the harmful effects of drugs on mental health and society. They also discussed child abuse issues and explained the legal protections available for victims. The program was attended by Chief Judicial Magistrate DMKS Shadab along with officials and community members. CRCSRE Shillong, in collaboration with the Regional Blood Centre Pasteur Institute, organized a blood donation camp to mark World Hemophilia Day. The event, inaugurated by Director Dr. Ram Shakal Sahani, aimed to raise awareness about hemophilia and promote voluntary blood donation. Dr. Alia from the Regional Blood Centre delivered an informative talk on the condition, its causes and the importance of timely treatment. Staff, students and volunteers actively participated, reflecting strong community commitment to public health. Let's move on to the regional stories. Security forces stopped a torch rally in Singjamei, Imphal, organized in protest against the Trong Laubi attack. The rally was dispersed after authorities used tear gas to control the situation. The incident highlights heightened tensions in the region, with law enforcement stepping in to prevent escalation and maintain public order. Moving on to the national story. Vice President of India and Rajya Sabha Chairman C.P. Radhakrishnan hailed Harivansh's unopposed election as Deputy Chairman of the Rajya Sabha, calling it a reflection of the deep trust and respect he commands across party lines. He expressed confidence that Harivansh will continue to serve the House with distinction, discharging his responsibilities with zeal, impartiality and dedication befitting the dignity of the institution.
Shriman Harivanshji's re-election to this high constitutional office for the third consecutive time is in itself a rare distinction. It reflects not only continuity but also consistency in the discharge of duties marked by fairness, restraint and an unwavering commitment to the highest traditions of parliamentary democracy.
Let's now take a look at the top international stories. Israel and Lebanon have commenced a ceasefire, marking a significant step towards easing tensions across the border. The agreement aims to halt hostilities and restore calm in the region after recent escalations. Both sides are expected to monitor the truce closely as efforts continue to maintain peace and stability. And coming up are the sports news. Meghalaya delivered a stellar performance at the Asmita Khelo India Penchak Silat League 2025-26 Senior National held at the Sai STC Nehu campus, Shillong from March 26 to 27, clinching the overall championship. Athletes from Meghalaya Penchak Silat Association secured multiple medals with gold winners including Kamtimon Rimpe Tanding, Libya Matong Ganda and Ila Shimti Klen Ganda. Banrilang Mukte won silver in Tanding, while Promise Dora Kimdet added a bronze. The victorious team met Sports and Youth Affairs Minister Wailat Miki Shilla on Thursday and was felicitated for their achievements. The delegation was led by Association President Dipshan Rintathiang. Maulai Sports Club secured a 3-1 victory over Amlarem Social Club in a Group C match of the Meghalaya State League MSL held at the newly constructed artificial turf of Lat Japlem Mini Stadium, West Jantia Hills. Amlarem SC struck first in the 11th minute through Faulmi Kongyang, but Maulai SC equalized in the 48th minute via Fairming Suting. Dama Bhalang Khan extended the lead in the 63rd minute, followed by another goal from Suting in the 67th minute to seal the win. The match was attended by MDC War East Medling Swear, ASSA Working President Wansuk Lamin amongst others. And now for the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report for Tura. Minimum temperature 21 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature of 30 degrees Celsius were recorded today. Relative humidity is 67% and rainfall 4 millimeters. Moving on to Shillong, 15 degrees Celsius of minimum temperature, 23 degrees Celsius of maximum temperature, 74% of relative humidity and 8 millimeters of rainfall were recorded today. Meanwhile, in July, minimum temperature 16 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 24 degrees Celsius, the relative humidity is 75% and rainfall 4 millimeters. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Jowai says generally cloudy sky with moderate rain is most likely to occur at many places. Before we conclude, here's a recap of the headlines. Meghalaya Cabinet approves an ordinance granting Khasi and Garo official language status alongside English. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma lauded central government for introducing Women Reservation Bill in Parliament. Meghalaya heritage sites proposed under National Tourism Schemes Swadesh, Darshan and Prasad. Harivansh elected unopposed as Rajya Sabha Deputy Chairman. And Meghalaya clinches overall title at Khelo India Penchak Silat League 2025-26. That's all we have in the news for today. Do join us again tomorrow for more news updates. Until then, goodbye.
Support the amendment to the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam. PM Modi said that the eyes of the country's millions of women are upon the parliament, its intentions and its decisions. The Prime Minister urged all political parties to vote in favour of women's reservation.